Hey guys, Vonnie here. Welcome back finally to another episode of Bitches Who Brunch. As always, I am your head bitch in charge, Miss Vonnie Smiles, and I do have my beautiful co-host with me, Miss Rita Raw.
Hey everybody.
Hey guys. Okay, so before we even get started on anything, before we completely start this episode, I am gonna say that today I am not only playing the part of host, but I am also the producer for today's episode. So yeah, you guys are gonna have to work with me.
She's gonna be like all over the place.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm slightly scared, just a little bit, but we'll roll with it. And I just want you to know, all night, Rita's gonna be getting them red flags.
Why I
She's
gotta
ready.
get up? This is automatically biased now. Like no, I don't like it. Take it back.
Send a producer. Help. Okay,
See,
so we're we're so happy to be back with our episodes. We took such like I feel like we took like a long break and then we
I
came
feel
back
like
for an episode and then we went on another break. Like so
we're like we're back. We swear.
we were gone for a minute, but so we are back. We are back, and we have some pretty good topics for today. And just like me today, it is an erratic episode because all these topics are all over the place, and it's cool because we just wanted to have whatever, whatever topics.
Pretty generalized. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
just
kind of well rounded.
yeah, it's everywhere. So, as always, let's get into these topics and see what we're gonna talk about. So first, we have friends first. I'm just gonna leave it like that. You guys will get into. You guys will know when we get into it what that one's all gonna be about. What's the second topic, Rita?
I was like, what is that drum sound? Like what
Oh,
is that?
I forgot. That's right. Like, oh, and you guys are gonna be able to hear everything in the background. So I probably shouldn't.
That's okay. All right. No,
Okay.
we're not doing
All
this.
right. My
The
turn. My
yeah.
turn. I had to give it to me.
I was like, no, because that's why I stopped talking for a second. I'm like, I'm sorry, do you have something going on back there? Like, why is there drums? Like, oh,
No. This is gonna be a ASMR episode. Just kidding.
stop.
I'm kidding. I kid.
The
Okay, no, but
second
really.
topic, everybody. How do you know when it's over?
Oof. I can't wait for that one.
Sheesh. I know that entire sheesh.
All right, and we are gonna finish it off on a stiff note. A. Yes. Okay, I think I like this. Never mind. I'm gonna have fun with these flags tonight. We are gonna end it all up. We're gonna talk about uncircumcised penis. Like, what do you prefer? Is there a preference? Like, which I know there is. Is there a preference for men? Is there a preference for women? We're gonna hit you guys with some facts and statistics. So, dude, let's just, as always, what are we gonna do, Rita? What are we gonna do?
Gonna jump right
Jump
in.
right in. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get with our first topic. Now, our first topic is friends first. So, we were talking the other night, and a big thing for me is like I've heard people say like, oh, you want to be friends first. You want to be friends first. But to have a good relationship, you have to be friends first. But what if you're so good at being friends? Then what? Then what? How far is
Like,
too far before you get into the friend zone that you can't get out of?
you
You know
can't
what I
come
mean?
back. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're too far in there. Oh, that would suck.
Right.
That sounds so shitty.
Especially
uh,
like when there's like a big level of attraction there, then it's like
mhm,
holy shit, what are we doing? So yeah, what do you think?
okay. Um, I mean, friends first. Honestly, I think it's a case by case basis. Like, because I mean, I know like there's some relationships and stuff that I've been in where we weren't really friends first. Like, we were just getting to know each other. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's not in the end because you didn't know each other so well in the beginning that when stuff started happening in the relationship, you either didn't know how to handle that person or how to go about things with that person because y'all haven't known each other long enough. But I think no matter what in relationships, um, like isn't that kind of the point anyway though to figure each other out as you go? So that's why I'm like I think it's like a case by case basis honestly because I do know there's like some people just like you said that are like oh no, you have to be friends first. But I feel like that only works for some people. You know what I mean? Like, because I know I've been in relationships where it didn't matter. You know, like
Yeah.
we became best friends through our relationship. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. What about
Yeah,
you?
I don't know. Well, I think sometimes like friendships can blossom into relationships or sit but okay, it's like hard because what maybe it'll go into like a situationship instead or an entanglement,
An
and then it's like
entanglement. There's
are
that
we gonna
word.
do entanglements? We love our entanglements here. I mean, no, entanglements are horrible and they're messy.
Don't
So,
do
but
it.
no, no, yeah, yeah. We're all do them, do them.
Yeah.
But no, so I like, I don't, for like sometimes it's good. I know it's like a hard thing. Like sometimes it's good, but I really do like those ones where you start off like just getting to know each other, and you're not like worried about being friends first. Like there's the attraction, there's like everything there, and then the friend part, the friend stuff just like comes along with it.
I
But
feel like that
here's the
comes naturally through the relationship. Eventually, like if it's a good relation, that's going to happen regardless, you know?
you see, but here's the thing, like how do you know when you reached a point to where like all you're ever gonna be is friends? Like what's the tail sign? And if you're so like happy being just friends, like if you like, because there's that thing like I don't want to mess up the relationship. Okay, first of all, do you believe that when either guys or girls like tell? Because we're girls, when we tell a guy, oh, we're really good friends, I don't want to fuck up our friendship. Girl, we know why the fuck we're saying that. Why are we saying that? I was like, come on, why are we saying that?
Because we're not going to do that. We're not
No,
interested
we
like that.
nah, we're not interested like that. We don't like you that way.
Yeah.
We're not attracted to you.
Mhm.
Um, we like somebody else. We're in love with somebody else. And let's just be real, like for a second. Like I think people do that because they think somebody else better is going to come along. Somebody
Yeah.
else, whether
Yeah.
they're
There's other
prettier,
options.
right, whether
Yeah.
they're prettier like looks or maybe body wise or maybe like just lifestyle or just like
Yeah.
somebody there's gonna be somebody else. So now do you believe a person when they say that like is genuine, like no, I really don't want to fuck up this friendship, I'd rather have you as a friend than nothing at all?
Um, it's like, oh, sorry, I was about to yawn. I was like trying to stop myself from yawning because when I yawn, my eyes water, and then I like my entire life I get those I get I get those people that are like, "Oh my God, are you crying? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Bitch, I just yawned. I'm fine. I'm not fucking crying. Why would I be crying?" But anyway, um, honestly, if I know them as a genuine person, and I know that they're very straight up, that if it really was something like they're just not attracted to you or they just won't, whatever. If I know that they're the type of person that'll just say that straight up to you, and then they turn around and tell you like, no, but really, as far as me and you go, I just don't want to mess up our friendship. Like I feel like our friendship is like so steady, like it's really good. I would probably believe them. I would, but at a certain point, I feel like that also isn't going to matter. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point, if that level of attraction or something like that is too strong, then it might be worse for y'all to fight that than to
Hmm.
explore it because it's easy to become friends afterwards. If you have a good relationship like that, you're more than likely you're not going to break up on a bad note. You know what I mean? Like if something happens, whatever goes on, more than likely it's going to be mature, it's going to be, you know what I mean? Like so it won't be hard to like go back to being friends. But what if y'all fighting that is what starts messing with y'all's friendship and relationship that y'all are somewhat building, like by fighting that.
Exactly, because that only goes too far. Because people can say all they want that they don't get jealous, they don't mind the stuff or whatever. But when you're like really good friends with somebody like that and you have feelings for them, but you're like their best friend, and it's like, okay, like, whatever. Or even if you're best friends, just if like your friends, acquaintances, whatever,
Mhm.
and you have to listen to that person talk about other relationships or somebody else they like or sexual escapades that they might be having with somebody else, it might get to, it might be a little like taxing.
That's why
after a
I'm like, I
while.
feel like I was just about to say, like, I feel like after a while, no matter what, it might be worse to fight that because now y'all are sitting there kind of like one of those like face off situations. It's like you know what's happening, like y'all just aren't saying it. So now not only things a little bit weird, there's unspoken things, there's actions like just like you said, like getting jealous but trying not to be jealous because you're the one that said you wanted to say in the friends that like that's that's getting complicated. Like just try it. Like just try it. Because for all you know,
Yeah.
it could end up being the best relationship you've ever been in. You know what I mean? Like so I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-mm. You see, and for me, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're doing what? You're doing what? Oh, so we're going out this weekend? What's her name? We're all going
Yeah,
out? Like,
we're all going on the date, or
what are we doing? What are we doing? Like,
that's funny.
like,
What?
I
Bet.
bet, bitch, bet, bet. I will pull up. We will all pull up. I'm on group date.
Oh no, just look, don't call me because like I'm gonna be sitting there all kinds of messy, just like oh, that's what he said to you. That's funny. Remember when he said that to you like what like a day ago?
Messy.
I'm like, that is crazy, girl. You know where I've heard that before. He actually said that to her. But I mean, they're just friends.
Yeah, we stay messy. Where's that red flag? Look at
But
us flowing in the wind with it. Red
woo.
flag. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I just like for me, I don't think I could like after a certain point. Like I think it's gonna boil over. It'll boil over.
Yeah, and like okay, a different scenario, right? Like, say one day y'all are hanging out and like you're drinking or something like that. What if y'all crossed that line while drinking because y'all couldn't help it? It was gonna happen either way, type thing. See, like all that stuff, it all gets too complicated. So that's why I'm like, so I feel like fighting it could be worse than just trying it and seeing what happens.
Because
Like,
once you bring fucking into it, that's like a whole other ball game. Even if you guys just make out, like that's still another ball game and stuff. And I hate unspoken shit. I can't
mhm.
like with the my partner or whatever. Like I can't stand unspoken shit. Say what you mean what you say. Like you're
Yeah.
feeling some type of way, say it. Like don't like whatever. But I'm just in your. I'm real in your face. I'm a fire sign, so I'm real in your fucking face. I'm real like
Well,
nah.
I mean, I'm a water sign, but I'm the same way. Like, cause I'm literally like, if there's something bothering you, you need to say it. If there's something like going on, you're just having a bad day, and that's why you're acting like this, then tell me. Like that way, I know either it's not us, it's not me. Like it's literally a bad day. Okay, cool. Like, but I need to talk about shit. Like I need to know so I can know literally how to go about things. Because I don't like you, like literally, like you said, I don't like unspoken shit, and unspoken shit makes me like cringe. Like I get antsy with unspoken shit because like if I know something's like needs to be said and I try not to say it because they're not saying it, and then the next thing I know, I'm just sitting here like, okay, so it's like like it only takes so long. Like, and I know me and you are both like that, so that's why I'm like,
100%.
I agree with the unspoken shit. I'm not for it.
I'm on because then they start doing shit like that, and then I'm hopping in like stories and whatever, posting like subliminal messages and shit. Like, I'm playing
All the
Doja
memes.
Cat ain't shit. Doja Cat ain't shit's coming on my stories.
I'm a oh shit. So
Here we
y'all know now
go.
if y'all hear that song on her stood, there's something. Somebody didn't say something.
Somebody done fucked up. Somebody done fucked up, Aaron. They're fucked up. But okay, so leading into that, like when they do fuck up, Mom, let's assume they fuck up. How do you
Let's
know?
assume they fuck
let's
up.
assume let's assume they always fuck up because it's always them. Let's assume. How do you know when it's the end? Whether it's a relationship, a situationship, a friendship. I think
Shit.
friendship
Yeah.
still goes you, but just like with the opposite sex, like any kind of relationship you have with the opposite. How do you know when like it's the end? Like, do you like what tells you like nah, this ain't it? Like this ain't the vibe no more.
First of all, just me. I know certain things that I notice, like the way y'all talk changes. Like, if you're texting, the text will get shorter. They'll get more simple. You know what I mean? Like the what used to be like kind of cute and flirty, like small paragraphs. Like there's not that anymore. um y'all's talking is like getting more and more distant as far as like how often y'all talk, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like, and that goes for friendships and stuff like that too. You know what I mean? Um, y'all won't talk for a couple days, and then you're kind of wondering, well, what the fuck? Why haven't we talked in a few days instead of just talking about what the hell is going on? Like, like so again, that unspoken shit, not good with it, but like,
Could not be me. If you could
like
go a day without talking to me, bitch, keep going. Keep going. Like
how
that's
long
how
a
I am.
streak can last. Like,
The fuck?
yeah,
No.
that's why it's like I know for sure that's a thing. Like the talking changes altogether. Um, and that's a harsh place to be in. It's like because you know when something like that starts happening. It's like now you know what's kind of probably about to go down, but you
Mhm.
just gotta. It's like who's gonna say it first? Who's gonna like? Are y'all gonna make me say it? Like, because now us being the people we are, like now we have to be the ones to bring it up. Like, okay, so I noticed that this is happening. You know, just can we just talk about it like adults? Are we gonna just disappear? Poof.
I can't do that. See, that's me. Like I will okay, if I let it go a whole day, like if the other person is like in their feels or whatever, they popped attitude and they all of a sudden they didn't message me the next day, they didn't talk to me, they didn't do any of that stuff the next day. It takes a lot in me to let it go the whole day. Because like by noon, I'm like, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say,
You're
and
like, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it.
I will let it. I will not let it get dark. It will not get dark outside, and you have not fucking messaged me back or talked to me. Mm,
Y'all
I will
come again?
message. I will call, and they and if they answer, I'll be like, "So you're just not gonna talk to me? If I hadn't called, you wouldn't have called." Like
That's what's up. That's where we
that's
at.
that's what we doing. Okay, okay. Now, if I let it go the whole, if I ever do let it go the whole day, that's it. It's done. It's done.
It's
It is
done.
done. Done. It is done. It
Mm.
is bitch. Bye.
I was like
Goodbye.
about to say I like the banner, bitch. Bye.
Bye. Like, no, I am a strong believer in that. I understand needing your space and
Mhm.
needing like to think about stuff and everything like that. But especially if you're the one being the jerk or the asshole or whatever the
Being the distant
situation,
one. Yeah, yeah.
it's like for me, you better let me know, like, hey, look, I need some time. I need to think. Like, whatever.
Hmm.
Like, I'll talk to you whenever. And it's like, no, don't tell me you're going to talk to me whenever because I will see you whenever, never.
Yeah. Whenever, never.
Whenever, never. Forever,
Yep.
ever, never, never. Fuck that. Like, I don't know. But for me, like, everything, all the things that you said, like, kind of lead to where, like, that's it. That's like, it's
I feel
done.
like that's like the for sure beginning of that. You know what I mean? Like the talking just changes through text as far as like you actually talking on the phone. You can hear it's like, it's not tension, but it's just off. There's something off. Like the vibe is off. You can feel it. It's not the same. And that's why I was like, that's such a shitty place to be because you kind of know what's going on, and it's like if you still want to be in it, then it seems so inevitable. It kind of wears on you, and you're like, shit, like I don't know what to do. Like, do I confront it and just try and like fix it?
Yeah.
Can we fix it? Like, 'cause then all that stuff starts going through your head, and then the inevitable happens, and you're like, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I figured.
And I definitely do want to take this time real quick, invite our, viewers and our listeners. We'd love to hear your comments on it. What are some telltale signs for you that it's the end? How far is too far into the friend zone? Let us know what you think about these topics. Put them in the comment box. We will definitely answer those questions right now on live, or we will get back to you guys for people that are listening through our podcast, through any of our networks and stuff where this is going to come out, next week. Hit us up in the DMs and stuff. We want to know. We love feedback here, 100%. So, that being said, though, another thing that I can't stand is I hate me an inconsistent motherfucker. I cannot do inconsistency. Do not show me a level of energy you cannot fucking maintain. Because my ass is
Hmm.
gonna maintain this fucking energy the whole fucking time. Am I
Right.
gonna fall? If I fall off, it ain't gonna be nothing for about a minute. That's about it. As I get busy, but after that, like I will maintain this energy. I cannot like
And
words
we're
cannot
strong
explain.
communicators too. Like we're all about
Mm-hmm.
communication. So it's like the inconsistency part, like I can agree, like, and especially when it comes to communication and stuff like that, like no, no, because then I'm gonna start thinking something's up, and you don't want me thinking that, because then my whole attitude's gonna change. Like I'm about to be weird now, like
Yeah, no, I can't. Like, once the energy changes, that's the beginning of the end for me.
hmm
Especially if you are somebody that I am not tied to in any kind of way, that I absolutely like have to have you in my life like that. Like, and even people like that, I mean, I'm sorry, I know, like, when I meet people, like, this is like throughout the course of my life, you know, dating life, dating history, whatever. When I meet people, I tell them exactly, like, off jump, like, what I want, what I'm looking for, and it's not going to change. Never, not never am I going to be like, well, I would like somebody that never really tells me good morning, and, you know, hardly ever tells me how they feel. Definitely I would love cold shoulders all the time. Like, no, never, not never am I going to fucking say that shit. So
yeah.
you know who I am when we started talking. If you can't maintain that, don't waste my time.
I
Period.
agree. Like I've been in a couple like situations where it was something like that, and it was like uh I don't know. It was kind of like they were taking a step back, but they weren't at the same time, and like I don't know how to deal with step backs really, you know what I mean, because it's like how big of a step back is too much, you know what I mean, like where like where's that boundary, because I feel like if you take too far of a step back, well, you're pretty much just kind of saying bye to the relationship before you actually say bye, you know what I mean, like, and that's not okay with me, because then the whole time during this like little step back, I don't know how long the step back's gonna last. And with that being said, it's like now I don't know when to start worrying. And me being me, I'm immediately going to start worrying the second you take a step back. If it's for like good things, you know, like kids, work, something like that, I can understand to an extent. But I don't believe in taking a huge step back from something like that. I mean, if we're in a relationship or something like that, that should be something we talk about and figure it out. Not
Mm-hmm.
you try and figure it out on your own and then just relay it to me whatever you came up with. That's not that's not where we're at. If we're in a relationship, we need to figure that out together. That's something we need to communicate. Um, and if you take a second step back, now I'm tripping. Like, you know, I'm straight tripping, because that's already one, like one is enough of a step back. I feel like if you have to step back, something must be really um like something must be really there and important to have to take a step back. But if you take a second step back, like no, now I'm fucking tripping. Now I need to know what the fuck's going on. I need you to break this the fuck down for me, because what? You know what? So
I can't do that. If it's two steps, bitch, this is not a country music fucking festival. We ain't two stepping through this fucking relationship.
that's why
Take
I'm
your
like,
two
I
steps and
can't.
step the fuck on. Take your second
Girl,
step out the fucking door. Your first step was fucking enough. Your first step had you almost there. Your second step, nah, fuck out of here. I don't do that shit. I can't play that. Like, I literally have zero energy for that type of shit in my life. Like, no, can't do it.
yeah. Yeah, and I
Period.
agree with that with Joshua down there. He's like, period. Like literally, yes.
On period. On
Yes.
period, Josh. And Miss Priscilla, yes, girl. All
hmm
of that. And literally, like, exactly, Priscilla. Keep on stepping. Goodbye.
That's all I'm
Period.
like, unless you can explain to a T and make me understand, I don't understand. I don't like it. Explain all the way in detail, every part. You better make me understand. Like, because if not, like that second step back, it'll have me like my mindset. It'll have me in a whole different place, and that's already not a healthy thing. So it's like, mm-mm.
And for me, too, another, like, telltale for me, like, when I know it's the end, is whenever I don't like get that stomach flip anymore. Like, cause you could be with somebody for years and they still give you that stomach flip, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But bitch, when you turn my butterflies into roaches, ho, fuck out of here. I don't have time for that shit.
But
Absolutely not.
butterflies and roaches.
No. I'm all, what the hell I look like? No, a palm tree? No. Get out of here. I am not doing it. So that's another telltale for me. Like once like the want for the affection and stuff is like it disappears. Like that's
Yeah,
bad. Not
that's a
even
big
like
one.
not even if the sex is good, will I want to stay through that shit?
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Because
'Cause good sex
devil
can only keep you there so long. You know what I mean? Like that other stuff, like you start acting dumb or weird with me, like I'm gonna notice that before I fuck with anything else.
well, I don't know. I'm kind of talking shit a little bit because devil dick be having you stay through a lot of shit. You know what
Y'all, I might have spoken too early.
I might have said some shit I really didn't mean because
Yeah, now that I think about it.
I'm on because devil dick be like see I got to give myself a red flag for
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
because hey, I just said this to somebody today. I blame Netflix. Can I fucking talk right now? Like I'm so
I was like,
stressed.
who's Netflix? What
Dude, this
are they? What did they do?
devil dick has me all discombobulated right now. So Netflix, fuck them. I blame them for my
Why
love
don't
of for my love of toxic men, bitch.
I'm like,
Please,
what did
they're
Netflix have to do with this?
they're all on Netflix, all of them. Joe from You, Homie from 365 Days. I wish a bitch would baby girl me. Um,
Fucking Lucifer.
oh girl. And what was that other? The guy from Good Girls.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but
Ow.
yeah,
Ow.
I know there's so many girls that were immediately like yes to him as soon as he said that. They were like yes. See me, like I'm like the 365 days type, like the 50 Shades Grey type. Like I'm like
Mm-mm.
it's
Oh,
not
and
okay.
we cannot forget about Damon Salvatore.
Ah, yes, I was literally about to say that. Yo, between him and like Klaus Michelson, like just yes.
We should have like a toxic girl movie night, like toxic guys movie night, and just watch all this shit in one night. We should do that.
So you trying to get us toxic in
Yeah,
one night,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
somebody's gonna have to hear that.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
And then we'll start texting our exes on some funny shit.
oh no, this sounds already. Whew.
So,
Do we get
like,
popcorn? Are we gonna be drinking during this? So maybe we don't remember that. We can
I'm
blame it on that.
tequila all around.
Oh,
Tequila
not
for days.
the tequila that we had last night though.
We're we're not gonna talk about that hot ass tequila. No. All
So, y'all,
right.
we love tequila, but that stuff that we tried last night,
Mm-mm.
not never, not in
Not
any
never.
lifetime, not in any lifetime.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring it around to our final topic for tonight. Okay, this one, I know it's kind of like we're throwing dick in there. I feel like we didn't have enough dick talk, so now we're going to throw some dick up in there. All right, so how do you feel? How do you feel about uncircumcised penis? Uncircumcised dick. Like we had a conversation about this, and I pulled up some statistics on this. There's like a surge of information on these things, So I definitely pulled up like some good stuff here. So how do you feel about it? Like, do you have a preference? Like, what?
I prefer circumcised. Um,
Personal preference.
yeah. Doesn't mean I haven't slept with somebody who was uncircumcised. It's just it's not my thing, you know. It's not really not my thing. um, but I feel I don't know. I guess it's like if you are in a position where you um and honestly, like it's a little bit scary for somebody who like hasn't ever dealt with one. So when you get your first one, like you don't really know how to go about this. You don't know what to do. Like you kind of freaks you out, but not like literally the dick freaks you out, but it's like it starts freaking you out because you're like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, like, like as a woman, like I don't know how to handle this. Like, what do I do? And you can't just like be like, excuse me real quick, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and you bring your phone in there real quick and like fucking start googling real shit. Like, I mean, like, because you're gonna end up in a whole spiral. Next thing you know, they're knocking on the door like, excuse me, like we were in the middle of something. Uh, that's like,
So all I'm hearing is we need a YouTube series on how to do things with an uncircumcised penis.
I didn't say none of
No,
that.
I'm
No, that is not.
I'm just saying because we could do that.
We're gonna do that.
I mean, it's very informative. It could be helpful and
Bitch,
definitely
we
like
come up with models like most literally like of a circumcised and uncircumcised. I'm I'm logging out. Like, all of a sudden Rita has left the
Rita has left the chat. Well, damn.
yeah. So like one second guys, let me call her.
It could be super helpful out there for the uncircumcised world, is what I'm saying. Like, and it could like bolster confidence too. The uncircumcised men out there. Just like, because
Or
it's
we could post links underneath this episode and just not go through that
wow.
ourselves.
I literally never thought of that.
Yeah. Links are good, you know. You over here trying to yeah. Yeah, links are
Wow.
always good.
Yeah, no, no.
Look at y'all, look at
A
that.
link never crossed my mind. Like literally, I was looking for visual aids. Yeah.
Which the link will take them to. Not of us sitting there doing this shit.
Like
Into girl. She was really ready to put on a whole show, y'all. Like
so, I but I'm here for like for either or. Like men, if
mm,
you are uncircumcised, please know that there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
yeah.
Like, preference. And there's like a lot of stuff like men that are not circumcised, they have more sensation.
Hmm.
They orgasm more and better and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um but it's like a here or there, because we've actually encountered men that have been that are uncircumcised that say they don't really or like orgasm or come during sex, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder, like, is that be like if they were circumcised, would they
Would that
then, or
change?
yeah,
Yeah.
would that change? Like it's like and how do you, let's say you're in a relationship with somebody or you're dating somebody and you really like them, and then it gets down to that, and then it's like they're uncircumcised, and it's like, oh, like how would you go about like talking to that person and be like, look, I've kind of never done this before, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Like, do you think like that other person would get like offended, or like I would be scared to hurt somebody's feelings if I really liked them like that.
Like it, and like you got caught in that situation where you got to kind of deal with it. Um, I don't know. I mean, I think as long as you word it the right way, I don't think it'll hurt their feelings. I think they'd understand. But the only thing, of course, that I imagine is going to come up is like, well, we don't have to do this. Well, no, wait, I didn't say all that. Like I'm just saying, like,
You're like,
like,
no, I want to do this. Like,
like I don't just tell. What do I tell me what to do? I mean, like, at a certain point, right? We like being told what to do. A little bit of dominance. There's nothing wrong with that. So, like, tell me what to do.
I will say that the amount of uncircumcised men has gone up over the last decade. A lot more
Okay.
millennials are like and millennial parents are making the decision not to circumcise their children and stuff. So I got some statistics for you, and I think you're gonna find this really interesting, because some of these places, like, I had no idea. It was like I thought in places like that it wasn't a big practice, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So right now this is like the percentage of men that are circumcised around the world. So in Nigeria, 95% of men are circumcised.
Oh wow.
95%. That is a huge number. In
Yeah,
the
that's almost freaking everybody.
Yeah, in the Philippines it's 90%.
That's still high.
Again, okay, the US comes in at third with 75%. Now, I just want to note, about a decade ago, that percentage was up in the 90s. So
Right.
in
I
the
know we were
the
just as high at some point.
right, it was 90s, it was actually 94% was circumcised about a decade ago. Now we're down to 75%. So there is that
That's
shift
kind of
going on.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now in Australia, it is 60% of men that are circumcised. South Korea, 60%. South Africa, 36%. Um,
36. Okay.
36 in South Africa. Canada, 32%. And they have Uganda on here. Uganda came in at 27%. But this is what I found the most interesting: the UK,
Hmm.
8%. Only 8% of men from the UK are circumcised. So uncircumcision is like the norm over there.
I'm about to call some of my UK friends and be like, look, I got a quick question.
Oh,
um,
are we gonna call these UKians?
you can like you so like I swear like I'm about to call and be like, so I had an episode of that. So okay, I'm just gonna ask. So are you um huh. That's that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
That's like way down there. Okay.
So now, when it comes to the percentage of women that prefer circumcised to uncircumcised, like these are some other columns that I thought were really, really interesting. So,
Okay.
18 to 29-year-old females, 33% say that it should be circumcised. 26% say, nah, it shouldn't. We want it uncircumcised.
Okay, we have
41%.
what was the percentage for no?
The percentage for yes, circumcised, is 33. The
Mhm.
percentage for no is 26. And 41% said they don't give a shit, just give me a dick.
Okay.
And
Okay, bold.
that's 18 to 29-year-olds. Now it changes a little bit when it goes to 30 to 44-year-olds.
Okay.
43% said yes, circumcise. 17% say no, don't circumcise. And 40% say, again, give me a dick. I don't give a fuck. Any dick, give me a dick.
They real sticking to that
Yeah,
40
yeah.
40 area there.
Yeah. Now, look, 45-year-olds to 64-year-old women, 52% say yes, circumcise. 14% say no, I don't want it circumcised. And 35%, it goes down a little bit there, say, I don't give a shit. I mean, I don't even really want dick right now. Whatever. But when I want it, just whatever. So,
It doesn't matter
like,
what it is.
right. So, as like the younger, younger generation, younger females, they prefer it to be uncircumcised right now. That's like
That's
that's where the trend is right now.
that's kind of crazy.
Hmm.
That's huh.
Now I'm not going to get we are not going to get into the debate of whether you should circumcise or not circumcise because we are not a podcast
No.
for that, and that argument, quite frankly, can suck a dick. But whether it could suck both dicks, circumcised and uncircumcised, and maybe even one that's halfway circumcised, whatever, suck it all.
Halfway. All
I'm not gonna
right.
get I'm not gonna get into that debate, but I will say the majority of men that I have slept with have been circumcised. There
Yeah.
has
Him.
there has been like a handful that have been uncircumcised. I had some good experiences with them, and I had some not so good experiences with them.
Right.
You know, so for me it would be hard because you run into that thing like again, what if it's somebody you really like what if it's somebody you love, like
Hmm.
then it's like, can I do this? And maybe a uncircumcised penis did you dirty before, and maybe the right one will do you good. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's, I don't know, trial and error there, but I think those statistics are
Most
pretty,
definitely.
like pretty neat, especially like the amount of men like around the world that are. And I know like this topic too is a little taboo for men. So you know, sometimes it's hard for them to talk about it because there is like a stigma behind it. It's it's been like made a thing where it's like no, like uncircumcised men are like that's gross. That's like whatever. I
Oh
mean, oh,
yeah, but that's
I'm like, okay, bitch, your whole labia is hanging out your pussy. The fuck?
okay. We went there.
Yeah, we
All
went
right.
there.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, I'm just
But
saying, like,
but don't lie though, like on some real shit though. As that's I was like, okay, we went there, but she not lying. Like, okay.
no, like, do not be talking about some guy's penis when you carrying an Arby's sandwich between your legs. Shut up.
So
Um,
I'm shout
uh,
out to Arby's. I swear I love you guys. I really do. I love Arby's. Just not
oh,
that Arby's.
Arby gets so much hate. They get so much hate for
I
that. It's
know, and
hilarious.
it's so
Okay,
bad.
but
Like
all right, so I think I've been doing good doing this whole like producing thing and everything. I wish like there was like I wanted to like put some tickers down here, but I really can't talk, type, look, listen all at the same time. Like shout out to our producer for doing this cuz he is the real one. for
No, for
this.
real.
Like, I'm like, I don't. What do we do next? Like, when are
Yeah.
you supposed to know? I can't.
When do I do it? When do I know?
Right. So, with that being said, like, shout out to all you men out there. We really don't give a shit if you're circumcised, not circumcised, any of that shit. If the feelings are there, if everything is there, like, the sex will just flow. It will flow,
That's
and
what I
it'll
was about
be
to say too. Is like
like,
if there's already if that connection's already there, it's there. It don't matter.
it ain't even gonna matter. But oh, how do you feel? Like, would you ever ask? Like, let's say you're dating an uncircumcised man, right? And like, if there's a conversation about like, would they get circumcised? Would you like I don't even understand like how to approach that, because to me, I couldn't, I don't think I could ask somebody to do that. Like,
Right.
I don't, and it's not, and it I don't want to say it would be a deal breaker for me, but it might be a deal breaker for me. Maybe it just depends on the mood I'm in. Like, let me try it once. I am a
Okay.
try it once kind of bitch, you know?
I was
Like,
like, say try it once kind of whore.
that too. I'm a try it. I will try it before I buy it. And there you go. Um, so but I don't think I could ever do that because I just feel like it's kind of body shaming in a way, you know?
I agree. Like even if the thought personally crossed my mind, I don't think I'd be able to ask somebody to do that. At the end of the day, like that's their body. I would I don't know because I guess when I think about it the other way around is like if a guy that I was with asked me, "Oh, will you get this done?" Because it's what I prefer. Like I would be like, "Uh, you said
Like
what?"
like if
I
they
don't
ask you to get like a pussy lift, a vaginoplasty
like
or whatever it's called.
yeah, something, anything. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it'd be like a little bit of anything. Like if it was about my boobs or like my ass, something like that. Like anything that's like kind of a physical attractor. You know what I mean? Like I would really look at them like they must have lost their mind. Like because for one, it's gonna make me insecure at a certain point because I'm like, well, wait, like so this whole time, like you didn't like you weren't attracted to that part of me, like so there would be so many things going through my mind. So now not only am I offended, but now I'm a little bit insecure, and now I'm questioning what the fuck has been going
Yeah.
on. um and so no, I don't think I would be able to ask somebody to do something like that. But like what was it, Sex in the City, right? Charlotte,
Yes.
she ended up asking, right, to do it.
Yeah, yeah. She asked her boyfriend if he would get, circumcised, and he actually did it. He was like, you know what? Yeah, I could do it. Let's try it. So he goes and he gets circumcised, and they have sex, and it's amazing and it's great. And she's like, oh my god, I could settle down with this guy. And he's all, hold up, wait a minute, this is a new penis. I gotta take it out for a test drive. Like, I can't commit my new
Like
dick
I can't just
to
to one
yeah.
woman. Yeah, it backfired. But see, like all the same though, that I feel like that's like best case scenario as far as like not obviously him like going off or whatever, but the fact where she brought it up and kind of asked him, would you consider ever getting circumcised, and he was open to it because I I can't imagine how the conversation would go the other way because I would end up feeling like an asshole for even asking. Like like
I
that
just
would
could.
turn yeah, that turned into a real tense conversation. So I couldn't do it. Like I feel like if they wanted to do it, they would have already done it. You know what I mean? Like so
That would
no.
turn into like a bitch buy, because if he's like, could you get like a titty job, can you lift your titties up, can we do, I'm like, can you suck a dick?
Like can you
No.
get the fuck out? Like
Bye.
that's
So
why I was
no.
like, yeah, because when I think of it the opposite way around too, like if a guy were to ask me to get something done because they didn't prefer or like what was already here, I would literally look at them like they lost their mind. I'm all
Yep.
then you're here because like
So shout out to all you uncircumcised kings out there. May you guys live long and prosper. Love it. I'm here for it. Have
live
great
long.
sex. I'm a dick your girls down good. All that good stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, I'm all. That is going to be all the topics we have for today's show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for our first show back after our long hiatus. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Guys, we got some amazing stuff coming up. We've got some awesome guest hosts. I cannot wait. Like some of these guest hosts we got coming on. I mean, I just I just love them. I love them. It's going to be
Yeah.
fun. It's going to be great to hear like more people's point of views on things. If you guys have topic ideas or there's something you want to hear, please hit us up either Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Check us out. We have our Instagram handles up. Make sure you're following us. Make sure you're following the show. And I just want to give a real quick shout out to some local places here. If you are local to Corpus Christi, we do want you guys to check out the Library and Vino Mio Social Club. Now, these places are amazing. They are premier club experiences here in the Coastal Bend. We have a blast every time we're there. Shout out to our favorite bartenders there at those places. We've got Johnny, Emery, Guy, Brittany. There's so many of them that we know and love. There's one of them, girl. I love you with your tall, fine ass. Yeah,
Oh,
shout out to
yeah.
Aubrey.
Heather,
Shout out to
Audrey,
Aubrey.
yeah.
Alistair, all those people out there out at the library in Vino Mio, make sure you check them out. You will find us there almost every Saturday, sometimes Tuesdays and Thursdays. I promise we don't drink that much. Hit them up, check it out. You can also find them on Instagram on the library. What's the Instagram page for the library called? Pop it
I
in
think
there.
it's the library CC or like something like that. Am I wrong?
Yeah, the library CC Texas. Check that out. Vito Mio Social Club,
Hmm.
Instagram. Hit them up. If you guys head out to the library, order a fishbowl. Tell them Vonnie sent you. Order that fishbowl. Get that
You're
AMF
gonna
fishbowl.
love the fish bowls.
They are so
So
good.
much fun.
And definitely, like I said, send us those show ideas. We want to hear from you guys. If you would like to be a guest host on our show, please send us a message through Instagram. Instagram is the best way to contact us. We are taking applications now for a guest host for season 3. Season 3 coming soon. Oh my God, so excited. So, with that being said, that is the end of our show. Anything you want to add, Miss Rita?
No, I think we get it. We got it. I mean, we got our shout outs out there. Our had to throw out our fish bowl, you know.
Fish bowls.
Yeah.
So, all
But
right.
yeah, I think we're good, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.